Hey there, gang. Welcome back to Papa's Model Workshop. I'm Papa. This is my workshop. So I have a number of things that I want to go over today, but the one thing I want to mention, and I wasn't even really aware of this up until just a couple of days ago, I've been on YouTube now for 1 year. Time really went quick. So anyway, thank you to all my subscribers and supporters and my sponsor, Gaahleri. I can't believe that I have people that have actually subscribed to my channel who want to listen to me ramble on. But anyway, thank you very much for allowing me to come into your living rooms or on your device or wherever it is you watch me. I appreciate it very, very much. I'm hoping to get up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So help me do that. Hit the subscribe button. It only takes 1 second, and it helps me, helps the channel, and you will continue to get me. If you're watching on Facebook, jump over to YouTube and yeah, do that same thing. Hit the subscribe button. Shout out to my friend, Steve Chernow. I just recently heard from him, and he has jumped onto the Papa's Model Workshop bandwagon. So Steve Chernow, glad to have you on board. He just recently bought his very first kit. Now, I don't know what he bought. He told me he bought it at Hobby Lobby. He told me he got a T-Bird. I'm going to take a guess that this is the kit that he got, okay? And if this is the kit that you got, this is a very cool kit. Terrible color, but it's a cool kit. That's just my opinion. If you like the pink and white, then I guess it's a cool color. When I get around to building this kit, I'm going to probably go with something a little bit different. But anyway, I think this is probably the kit that he got from Hobby Lobby. So anyway, good choice. I hope you get started on that soon, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, update on the 56 Del Rey. Major boo-boo alert. Okay. Here's the Del Rey. Okay. All righty. Why is it all taped up? It looked pretty good the last time you showed it. Well, I'm going to tell you why. Do you remember I mentioned that I make the engine compartment? Let's see if I can get this. There you go. The engine compartment, I like to make it a flat black color. Okay. So I shot that with flat black and it came out great. Here's the problem. I got a little bit of overspray that wound up in all places on this rear quarter panel back here. Can you believe that? Okay. It wasn't a lot, and I'm dropping my pointer. Hang on. Get my pointer back so I can point at things. So what I decided to do is I sanded it. Okay. I sanded the area. And then I shot it, because when I sanded it, I burned through the primer. Okay. So I was down to bare plastic there. So I figured, okay, well, no big deal. I will just reprime the area and repaint it. We'll move on from there. Now, as you know, I'm using all Kaleido acrylic colors. And if you haven't seen, here is the colors that I am using for this Del Rey. There we go. I'll pull it back and you can see it. All right. So these are all the colors that I will be using to build this Del Rey. All right. Here's the blue that you all voted for right there, the Rally Spirit blue. Okay. And basically, you know, and I've mentioned this before, I go with like 3 to 5 colors on a build. Now, there's more than 5 colors here, but the metal colors I'm counting as 1. The different blacks, the gloss, and the flat, I'm counting as 1. So it comes down to really 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, even though I've got 2 different blues here, I'm counting the blue as 1 color. Okay, so I've got 5 total colors here. And speaking of that liquid blue, I'm going to show you something in a second. Hang on. So that's just the way I go. You know, I don't put 100 different colors. I usually go with between 3 to 5 colors. So getting back to this, the Kaleido is acrylic. Now, just out of force of habit, I grabbed a Mr. Hobby primer, which is a lacquer primer, and I shot it here. Okay. I really should have grabbed the Kaleido primer and stuck with that. But again, just out of force of habit, I just reached over, grabbed the Mr. Color or Mr. Hobby primer and shot this. Well, I got a reaction. Now, it's a good rule of thumb to try and stay within your paint choice. If you are, using a lacquer, you should stick with lacquers throughout. If you're using enamel, then try to stick with enamels throughout, and so on. I did look this up. It does say that you can use the Mr. Hobby over an acrylic. However, it does have a notation that says if you don't do light mist coats, you may get bubbling or wrinkling. All right. And that's exactly what I got right here. All right. I don't think the camera's picking that up, but trust me, I've got a mess right here. So yeah, that's what happened. I got some bubbling. I got some wrinkling. So I had to tape off this entire thing now because I have to resand it and get it back down to bare plastic, at which point I will then use the Kaleido white primer to go over the area, and then I will reshoot it with the Kaleido diamond white. So that's the plan. Carelessness on my part for picking up the wrong primer, and that's what I've got on my hands now. I've got a little bit of a mess to clean up. Now, let's get back to that blue color that I was showing you. Do you remember like 2 videos ago, maybe it was 3, I mentioned that I wanted to use a different type of a blue for the interior, all right? And this is it. This is the liquid blue, right? And I think that color is just outstanding. Here it is, the liquid blue. Okay, remember we went with the Rally Sport Blue for the exterior, right? But I just wanted to, change it up. I wanted to keep that blue and white theme on the interior, but I really like this liquid blue. Didn't that come out great? And look at the little bit of a shine you've got there, okay? This is an acrylic. Typically, acrylics will come out flat or with a matte finish, and you get a shine with these. All right. The black really comes out very glossy and shiny. I think it was the Cosmic Black that I used on some of the parts for the undercarriage. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. And getting back to my 1 year on YouTube, I started in this hobby around 2018. And at that point, that was the first time since I was I guess I was a kid. I was a teenager in the 70s, and that's the last time I was really into this hobby. And, when I came back in 2018, that's what was in my head, the way I did models back in the 70s. And, back then you had a tube of glue, you had your kit, and you had some tester's paints, and that was really about it. So 2018, I came back, and I'll show you my very first build in 2018 as an old person, right? This was my very first build. And look, for a first build, it didn't come out too shabby, right? And this kind of was my first build. See how shiny that is underneath there? I don't do that anymore. I rust things up and grunge them up and, make them a little bit patinaed. So see, it kind of looks like, that toyish look when you leave it like that. And since I started Papa's Model Workshop, if you ever notice what my logo is I think it's the upper left of the page or channel, whatever it is. Anyway, this is that actual truck. This is the actual build. All right. And actually, we have some shirts and so forth coming out soon, and hats, and this will be featured on the shirts and hats and so forth. But yeah, this is a real model that I built. This is a 37 Ford pickup. All right, and yeah, you can see this is all patinaed, and it's looking a little bit motley and weathered and so forth. And yeah, I like this little truck. So anyway, yep, that's that. And again, this was my very first build after all that time. And again, for a first build, it's not too bad. Okay, so what else? Oh, I know what I want to tell you about. Gaahleri, which is my sponsor, is having a, I don't know what you'd call it, a promotion or a contest. I don't know. You can go to their website and you can check it out, but it's called Share Your Spoon. Yeah, Share Your Spoon. And it runs until October 21st. And I got an email from my contact at Gaahleri yesterday, I think. And Sita asked me, do you color your spoons? Do you do that sort of thing? I said, do I color spoons? Here, check this out. Okay. And this is only one of several of these cups that I have filled with spoons. All right. And you just saw my whiteboard with the spoon colors for the Gaahleri. So yes, I do spoons. So anyway, I guess that's the contest. They want you to, I guess, post pictures on their website, on their Facebook page, Instagram, and they're going to choose. I don't know if it's going to be a winner or several winners. I'm not sure. Go and check out their, in fact, I'll tell you what, hang on one second. Hang on. Let me see if I can do this. You know how good I am with technology. One of these days I'm going to learn how to edit. Then you won't see all my boo-boos. Okay, there you go. There's part of her email. So if you want to pause this, okay, and take down all of that information, and you can go there, all right, and check out this contest, all right, for Share Your Spoon, all right? And now here's the thing. I think you win, well, you know, let me see. I think you win a set of paints, all right? This is the metal colors, all right? And this is the watercolor set, all right? And I think you win one of these sets. And I'm saying I think because when she sent me the information, it was in Chinese. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm not the dumbest either. And but the one thing I can tell you is that I can't read Chinese, so that's why I'm a little unsure about this. But here's all of the different sets that you get. All right, they have an auto set, a primary color line, a mecha color line, a metal color line. Okay, all good stuff. Okay, and that is the contest. I think you're going to win one of those sets if you send in, I'm trying to balance all this stuff over here. You know, I got stuff all stacked up over here. I'm trying to balance it so it doesn't fall. So send in your spoons in the Share Your Spoon contest, the Gaahleri, either on their website, Facebook, or Instagram, and you will be in the running to win, I think, an entire paint set. So pretty good stuff. And I'll tell you what, as I've mentioned before, if you go to the descriptions part of my channel and you put in PPMW, that's my discount code, you get 10% off of not just their paints, but anything that Gaahleri has. And they've got some good stuff. Okay, they make a terrific line of airbrushes, other accessories and equipment. 10% off if you put in my discount code right there in red. Okay, so send that out. All right, here is my email address if you'd like a shop card. Okay, and if you want to swap a shop card, if you're a content creator, there's the mailing address. All right, and gosh, I've gotten a whole bunch of shop cards. I've got to get a board together because I got a whole stack of them sitting over here, and I've got another stack in the drawer here. So I've got to set up a board or something so I can display all of that. So that is, I think, going to be about it for now. So I've got my work cut out for me to fix this boo-boo. All right. And remember what I've always said, you know, boo-boos and pitfalls are just part of the hobby. And when you hit one of those, never build mad. All right. Always, take a break if you feel yourself getting frustrated, and never build mad. And yep, I wasn't real happy with this when it happened. So I did. That's exactly what I did. I set it aside and I walked away. And now today I've had my coffee and I am ready to tackle this boo-boo. And I will show you if I am able to fix that. All right, so I'm not doing bad with these videos now. This is a little over 15 minutes. Like I said, I'm trying to get these things under 20 minutes or 20 minutes at the most. So yeah, we're coming up 15, just a little shy of 16 minutes. So I'm getting better. Okay, so as usual, thanks so much for checking in with me. And if you're a content creator, jump into the USAC build. Okay, USAC build is from, when is it? 9/15, September 15th. And get my finger out of the dates. All right, to March 15th of 2026. All right, and this is my very first USAC build, so I'm really pretty excited about that. And I will get started on this after I either wrap this up or the Peterbilt record that I've still got sitting on the workbench. All right, so thanks a lot, gang, and I'll see you in the next video.